Back in 2019, February, something really weird happened in LA. Well, it's LA, right? Weird things are always happening. No, I'm talking about weird stuff involving helicopters and explosions, military activity. Of course, you know what they say, right? Well, before we get into that, let's just take a look at the video. There were two groups, as you saw, of helicopters that came in. The first were probably MH6s. And the second two were probably Black Hawks.
Choppers landed smack in the middle of Wilshire Boulevard. Soldiers could be seen running to climb on board in this video, shot by a guy out his apartment window. But it turns out, it was just a drill.
It was just a drill. It was just a drill.
Now, considering the size of those helicopters and their rotor dimensions, the diameter of their blades, you gotta be real careful landing in the middle of a street. Those MH6s, yeah, they're a little bit smaller. I don't think that's an issue at all. But the Black Hawks landing right in the middle of the street, there are palm trees, there are little light poles, possibly there's a bus stop in the area. Careful, don't slip. How much space do you have on either side of those blades if you land right in the middle of the street? Here's the Wells Fargo building seen in the original cell phone video. There it is in the video. And that intersection right there, the main street is Wilshire Boulevard. That big building, that's the apartment building where the video was recorded from. As we look at the overhead view here, gotta find out what's down there on the street and then take a measurement. There's the Wells Fargo building seen from the street. Here we can see 1138 Wilshire Boulevard right in front of us. And then this orange colored building is 1126 Wilshire Boulevard. There's the big apartment building. As you can see with the trees on the street and the different light poles, landing a helicopter here would present a challenge. You need an expert pilot, that's for sure. This looks like the building possibly involved where the guys were coming out from, or they were coming out from the building next to it. Who owns those buildings? That's something to look into. Looking down the street, we can see that first palm tree on the left. That appears to be about where one of the Blackhawks landed. Now look at the bush on the right side there. Yeah, and further down, we have another light pole. There's the bus stop. A lot of challenges here. How wide is the street? Let's take a quick measurement, conservative measurement, taking account for the trees. Was it 63 feet? What's the blade rotor diameter? Almost 54 feet. Training exercise, my butt. Yeah, something fishy was going on. What on earth were those guys carrying out of there? What did they put on those helicopters? Some people think it was some sort of biohazard. Some people think it was a suitcase nuke something. There are people out there who question the validity of nukes, by the way. We won't get into that this time. But a biohazard something. Considering all the media virus we've lived through for the past few years, was there something to it originally? Something that was disabled, taken offline? Did these guys do it? Oh well. I've got to get back to messing with my amp. I'll talk about that in another video about my Line 6 amplifier, the buttons to record and stuff. They've gone screwy.